or you're gonna have to die, or you're gonna have to fly.
Woo! There's the air.
That's the smoking area there.
Okay.
You walk outside, but this was where they used to meet, so you could actually come and meet patients here, like if it was family, they could come and meet and greet in here. It was actually still, they had the 6-foot rule, but the only thing is, with tuberculosis especially, you could re-catch it. So there was actually a couple stories of somebody that got out of Waverly, came and met their sister, ended up catching it again, and was back in here.
So this is the main.
So these are all
hallway of
solariums. Right, so if you ever watch the Ghost Adventures episode, those are the flowers that Zach laid down on the bed. Yeah, so the solarium essentially would use, they had to get daily sunshine and fresh air, because they thought that was the aid to treating tuberculosis. Even though it's an airborne disease, but it's essentially killing everybody faster. But yeah, so 2, 3, and 4 all look very similar. They all have solariums. And then they didn't have any like bells or anything, but you can see right there at the angled windows, that's the nurse's station. And then these rooms right here, if you notice, have open doors to the outside. You put 2 patients in here, they're a lot bigger. These are for your patients that aren't terminal. And then your terminal patients.
You were?
Would be put in a room like this. So they would never actually see people when they die. These would be closed, and they would move the bodies down to the elevators, down to the morgue. So again, these are the terminal rooms.
Is this where you caught that creeper? Was this hallway?
That's 4. So this is 2 essentially. So water way. But again, it's really easy to get lost. So when we get back and we get the walkie-talkies, just try to keep an eye on everything.
That's creepy.
No light.
Catch the corner area too.
I'm walking down,
I'm sure
but
he wants to toilet.
why is all of us are here?
All that hole in the wall creeped me out too. Right in there. It looked like somebody standing in there.
Hey, welcome, guys.
Okay, so the exit sign right there will be your stairwell, and that'll get you obviously top to bottom.
Stairs.
And then here's your elevator.
Too scared.
You'll know
Too
if
old.
you're on the
Yeah.
and they get pushed out, because I'll show you why. Once we get here.
That's where the guy got pushed?
Not there, there's a distinct elevator.
I assume one's kind of open. Basement?
So if you notice, there's like a call everywhere, because hanging is what they call it. So there's, you jump on this floor.
Ooh.
So with the thing with the balls, when you put them out here, it's gonna move from there.
Yeah.
So this is the one, they put this and welded this here. But this was the elevator that he was pushed down. And they had to fish him out. But this is actually where he lived in here. So him and his dog lived in here.
Rick.
I guess we'll check it at some point tonight.
At least he gets away from the wind.
Probably why he's using this one.
Yep.
Okay. And
How long ago did that happen?
that was after the geriatrics. So after 83 or 84, I think.
Broken toilets. So warm.
So a few things to note. So the first tanning bed was actually made here for essentially vitamin D treatments.
For like
But they would do it for like 40 minutes.
Okay.
So they did the first tanning bed here. Also the first electric blanket. Because they would put people out on the solariums, but it would be cold. So they give them an electric blanket. They also do electroshock therapy here. And there's another procedure where they poke something into your lung.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Your lungs. Okay, so here's the other stairwell. This one will run straight down to the main lobby. But this is the minor operating room. So this is where they did a lot of the operations. And then the room above us is the major operating room. But the guy that ran the last floor said that he actually got cut by something in here. Just standing here.
Cut?
Started bleeding. But yeah, the one above us, in my opinion, is creepier. So this is the minor operating room. And then the one right above us is the major operating room. You'll notice it's different because you'll see a lot more of the equipment. I found some weird stuff, but 4 and 5 are probably where I would spend the majority of my time. You can come in here, but 4th has the creeper, and they also have another one called Big Black. That's the name.
Big black.
Big black.
It's like a big black mass
Right.
that people describe.
On what
as-
floor?
4.
4?
Hey, Kalani. Was there like I don't know much about it, but was there a man that got crushed with the elevator?
No, he was.
Beat to
There's a nurse in that way.
beat to death.
He was beat. He was
Crowbars
bludgeoned by
and tossed
crowbars
down.
and then tossed down the elevator shaft.
Okay, because he's standing right there.
Yeah. So let's go up here. Sorry, I'm trying to speed this. Okay, so this is 4. So here's the main operating room. Notice there's a lot of equipment left.
So this is floor 4?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, this is the main operating room.
Did you take a ride on that?
We just went up the stairs. Who's getting on it?
I almost fixed it on the last time.
Did you? So.
This is the main operating room. This was stolen. Obviously, you can't find it there anymore. I think that would be a cool big.
What is this used for?
That I'm not sure.
What is it?
Looks like some sort of.
It looks
A
like
slap reader, you said?
Please.
Yeah. So this is the area where they put their hands to.
Yes, totally. Just
Yeah, because there was a
Probably
sink there.
sanitation area.
The toilet. Well,
Feels familiar.
But you guys haven't been here.
No. Well, I've been on one of these many a times.
so the one that's actually wrong is still in the morgue. That's the only one left that was actually used here.
I've been on a gurney probably over 100 times.
Okay, so this is the floor where the creepers notorious to be on.
let's find Big Black.
But again, same media areas. The other thing to notice, the higher up you go in this place, if you're a patient, the worse your condition.
I'm telling you, it's like it gets heavier the higher you go.
So again, this is the one where I would shoot the light straight down and just let it sit there. But it is weird if you notice, like if you turn your lights all off and you just walk, you out of the corner of your eye, it's almost like stuff starts playing with your peripherals. I mean, pretty.
It's not creepy at all.
But again, there's walls.
I know, I want to set up a camera just to sit. Ooh, this is like dead quiet down here.
If you feel alive, don't put the name in the thing.
Yeah, I won't.
I don't think I can, at least for a while. Unfortunately. But I am the reason that,
Yeah, I
I
remember.
don't know why, and I'm like, yeah, you do.
Was it viewers that called the cops?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's just wishful thinking.
But again, this is where you'll see a lot of shadows. You'll also get some ball movement on this one. But again, with the wind blowing as much, I would, if you want to do like a test with a ball, I'd put it in one of the rooms, because then if it moves, you can reduce.
There's two of them behind me.
Oh, they're back there.
All right, and then we're on up to 5, which was the tuberculosis of the brain patients and the children.
Brain patient?
Ooh, children.
Is that what it said?
Tuberculosis of the brain. So essentially, it makes it to your brain where you're like done.
Really random.
Because the higher up, the worse it was. Correct?
Yep. So that was the side where they put all the tuberculosis of the brain. This is the room 502, but the story is actually room
Right here.
right here.
It's right here, dude. It's for sure right here. Like in the second.
Zach said it was in there, but he said it was off this pipe, which wasn't there at that time.
Oh, you can't tell this is 502.
So that's the children's side over there. And then tuberculosis of the brain patient. And then this was just the bathroom. But this is 502. And then if you want to smoke, you can walk out onto the roof on
Oops, sorry.
the children's side. But if you notice, all the toys should be in here.
It's hard to tell where the white is when it's all snow.
Yeah, there's just four.
Oh, sick.
It's like stay off of the white and like well, it's all snow, so it's like
How to
There's
say,
the gargoyle
don't go over that.
the camera will focus.
Pretty cool.
And then the last place I'll take you guys.
Tunnel.
The downstairs. So that everything I just showed you, one group is going to tackle for what I say 3 hours.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah. And then the
Somewhere
next
in
part I'm about to show you is going to be the other beach spot. I'm about to go bitch and moan about life training after I show you that.
We can go whenever. We head back down.
All right, yeah, we're gonna head back down. We're going back to that. Dude, I literally don't know. When he said it, and they're like, I don't know what I was like, are you kidding?
There's no way for them to tell the difference between live and video recording.
Unless they're looking for it
They know
themselves.
who I am. Everybody else is probably okay.
Can you imagine dropping acid and hanging out?
Oh my god.
Maybe we don't want to put like 2 degrees.
Right?
Just kidding. Even that.
The door should have the numbers if you get a little discombobulated.
What floor is like the main room?
It should be two.
Two's the main, I believe.
Okay, so this is the main lobby right here. So there's actually been a lot of reports of like darker stuff down here.
Yeah, the mirror.
There is an interesting story I'll give you guys about this vault over here. So there was a woman that worked here as a nurse. Ended up catching dementia pretty bad. And had this bad streak of essentially trying to tell other nurses how to do their job because in her mind she was still in control. But she ended up getting locked in this vault and died in there. And they found her body days later. She followed behind a nurse to get medicine. The nurse didn't know she was in here and locked her in.
People do rituals in here.
But yeah, that's where they found her body. So she's one that's reported down here. And then let me show you this side over here. They
The
also
black.
use this part for their Halloween. That's supposed to be like skin.
That's what I was wondering.
A tattoo.
So they use this part for Halloween. But we can get over here. So as you can see, they use all this for the Halloween show. These lights automatically flicker. See, look.
They're upstairs on the roof still. What was that down there?
Did you see something?
Yeah.
So this is headed towards the morgue.
What was that?
The hell was that?
Big things on the ground.
I was like, what the hell?
Did somebody step on it?
Someone stepped on it.
So do they still do like haunting?
Halloween, you'll be like a haunted house here.
Yeah.
That's what all this is.
Yeah.
There's a bird.
Okay, the crow.
Okay, so here's the morgue.
This is the body sheet right here.
Now this is the body locker. So they've got their autopsy tables in here.
Oh, this is where you take your nap.
Yep. And then this is the body locker you can lay in. Just lay in the bottom one, don't lay in the other one. That's the only original gurney from Waverly Hills.
Fancy.
seems like a different animal.
Exactly. It looks so much different from here.
But yeah, there's the autopsy tables, and then right over here, and obviously you guys know I got some voices
Yep, right here.
right here.
That was like someone standing at the end of the hall. I don't know what that is, but
I'm gonna go chew that guy out. Like, I'm not telling my boy, dude. This is what I do for like work,
yeah.
and I've done nothing but try and push people your guys' way. Which you don't need that, but I'll work the other direction if I need to.
It's warm in there.
Yeah. So this is right under where our stuff was.
Hey, hold on. Did you hear that?
Oh, is that a bell? What is that?
I'm getting a tightness in my chest.
No, not the ringing. Not the ringing.
I can hear a fan or something. That's all I
Yeah,
hear.
there's a fan on down here.
It happened so quick, and then everybody else is doing it, kind of blended in with it.
Is that you whistling?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing, step ghost hunter? I know, when he said that, I was like, oh, someone's gonna say something. It's like one of the main reasons you're here.
Okay, so this
Fucking heavy.
is the body chute.
We're not doing all there, right?
Huh?
We're not going all the way.
No, I'll just walk you to it. If you want to go down there tonight, you can.
Come on, the body shoot.
Oh, I'm going down there.
Come on, it's there. It is.
Yeah.
You're not going to have any reception down here either. You'll have a reception till about right here.